The African Football League (AFL) burst into life with a spectacular opening ceremony in Tanzania on Friday last week ahead of the first ever match between Simba SC and Al Ahly of Egypt. Now, with the first ever quarterfinal in the inaugural African Football League ending all square, as Tanzania's Simba SC fought back to hold the Egyptian giants Al Ahly at 2-2 on Friday. Mamelodi Sundowns came into the competition. They earned a crucial 2-0 first-leg victory away to Petro Atletico in Angola in their first African Football League quarter-final match. In the other match, a clinical and composed display by Wydad Casablanca ensured that they take home an important 1-0 away win over at Eimba in the first leg of the African Football League played at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. Finally, for the fixtures, a first-half goal from teenage sensation Sheikh Omar Fofana earned TP Mazembe a hard-fought 1-0 win over Tunisian side Esperance de Tunis in the African Football League, the first leg. Now, the AFL promises to take African football clubs into an exciting era, and this unforgettable launch in Tanzania suggests that the journey will be thrilling. A big roller coaster for all the 8 teams who are involved here. Now, to join us in this roundup of the first leg fixtures from the African Football League will be Pan-African football commentator Andrew Olsson. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us on the show. Okay, Andrew, I think you'd have to unmute your mic for us to get you clearly. All right, thank you, Andrew, for joining us on the show.
Pleasure to be here, Onyinyechi. Thanks for having me.
All right, the first leg round of the games are done and dusted, Andrew. And we had only 2 sides picking away wins and one having a home win. We had Mamelodi Sundowns and Wydad Casablanca picking an away win there in the first leg of the quarterfinal. But did the African Football League first leg round of games meet up to your expectations, Andrew? We've seen the wins, we've seen the draws from the competition, and we've seen 2 away wins. Did this meet up to your expectations?
I would say the results certainly did. I think it's an interesting tournament, interesting competition that certainly, has the presentation and, all the festivities around it. It's certainly a competition that I think will gain in popularity over the years if it maintains this level. But as for the results, I wasn't too surprised by the results. I think the favorites earned favorable results in the first leg, those who had to play away from home. And I think at the same time, a club like TP Mazembe, they earned a good result at their improvised home in Tanzania. And I think it's setting up for some interesting second leg matches.
Okay, I did see the opening ceremony in Tanzania, and I'm sorry, I could not help but say, let the AFCON 2027, the opening ceremony, be given to Tanzania. All right, the second leg fixtures are here upon us for the quarterfinal. Al Ahly from Egypt. They've got this history in Tanzania, but that outstanding 2-2 draw is perceived to be one of the best outcomes in Tanzania for the Egyptian Giants. They square off again against the Tanzania Giants, Simba SC, in the second leg. What are the odds, Andrew? Will Al Ahly be able to do what they know how to do best at Egyptian champions on the home ground, or will Simba SC come over to dominate Al Ahly in the second leg?
Well, the number one rule you learn following African club football is that Al Ahly finds a way. They certainly showed a lot of resilience in the first leg, and they got those 2 valuable away goals. I think the Simba team's very good. They're very talented. But, like I said, Al Ahly always finds a way, and I think they're going to have their supporters fully behind them in Cairo, and I think Al Ahly will get the job done. They're certainly the favorites to win the competition, I would say.
Favorite to win the competition. You're going ahead of the question I was about to throw to you. But let's stick at that game between Wydad Casablanca and Eimba. There were a bit of controversies around that Yaya Jabarani's penalty call by the referee in the game. Are these types of situations good enough for the maiden edition of the African Football League? We have thought we'll see more of the video assistant referee, more of good calls being made by the referees. But till now, we've got a lot condemning that call as not to be a penalty in favor of Wydad Casablanca. What do you say, Andrew?
Well, when I was watching it at the time, it felt like a penalty, but the more you looked at the replay, the more the doubts start to creep in, right? That's kind of what we have in this VAR era is if you look at a replay enough, a slow motion replay enough, you'll kind of start questioning your own perception of it, so to say, and you'll be questioning your own judgment of it. I would say at the time I saw it, it looked like a penalty. But yeah, it's certainly one of those calls that we hope that VAR can put to rest. But in the end, I think it makes us, it leads to even more controversy sometimes.
Okay, controversies like this are what we do not want to see in the maiden edition of the Africa Football League. But the call has then been taken, and Wydad Casablanca leading the first leg against Aimba of Alba, the champions of Nigeria. Now, you've tipped Al Ahly as the favorites to clinch this competition, the win here, lift the trophy at the end of the day. But Al Ahly have got the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, Wydad Casablanca from Morocco, to battle with, that trophy with. Do you think, even with these teams on parade, that Al Ahly will still have the advantage ahead of the South African side and the Moroccan side?
Well, Onyinyechi, the last few years in the CAF Champions League, we've seen some very epic battles between Al Ahly and Mamelodi Sundowns. At this point, I would declare that Mamelodi Sundowns are the best club in sub-Saharan Africa. I think they have been for a long time now. You know, this is a club that has two quality players at every position. They resemble a European super club, really. And I would say the semifinal matchup that it looks like we're heading towards, Al Ahly and Mamelodi Sundowns, will be the one to determine the winner. I think whoever comes out of that is a certain favorite to win it, a pretty heavy favorite. So I want to revise what I said earlier about Al Ahly being the favorites. I think the winner between Al Ahly and Sundowns will be the favorites, but you have to give the edge to Al Ahly because they are the reigning CAF champions.
All right, I'm very sure that you were able to take back your words by saying Al Ahly will be the favorites to win. So we'll be tipping either Mamelodi Sundowns, Wydad Casablanca or Al Ahly. Then you might get to see the surprise coming from TP Mazembe or even Esperance de Tunis. Thank you so much, Andrew Olsson, for joining us today on the show.
Always a joy to be here, Onyinyechi. Thank you.